Hey guys, crazy things have happened since I've been gone. I mean, I started moving to a new place. Here I am now, and I'm still recovering from surgery, and Pride's coming up. I'll get to that in a bit. And turns out while I was gone, sorry, I was a little bit to the left. Turns out while I was gone, uh, an awesome YouTuber actually commented under one of my videos, Amethyst Chamber, and I that is unbelievable to me. And if you're watching this, you are awesome. But at some point before, I tried to revive my dead channel once again. Um, Someone I know, a good friend of mine, asked me to make a video on being both autistic and transgender because someone talked to her about that, and they wondered if there was any YouTubers who would be both of those things. And as I mentioned in video before, I am autistic, yeah, and now I'm telling you now I'm also transgender. So, thing is, I'm not really sure how to put it into words because these are very separate things, autism and transgender. And someone wanted me to put into a video was like being both of those things at the same time. Again, I'm not sure how to put it into words because they're very separate things. But I can certainly try. And this video's been a long time coming because it was requested a long time ago, and my channel's been dead, and for that I'm very sorry. You know, I guess one way you could put it is like you feel trapped in your own body, but you're also on top of that dealing with, you know, not knowing your social cues. So when you're at a place like Pride, you're not knowing what to say when someone goes up to you during Pride and wants to talk to you, like, "Oh, you're trans? That's really cool." And I think, "Oh God, what do I say?" I have no idea what to say because I have never known what to say because that's the way I am. That's the way I'm wired. And it's funny because there's a transgender YouTuber that I do look up to called Isabella Bunny Bennett, and one of the reasons I look up to her is because she's in my favorite band, Steam Power Giraffe, and on top of being transgender, she's also a great musician. And her and her brother also did a song a long time ago called Wired Wrong. And I feel like I really relate to that song because I feel like I myself am wired wrong. And well, maybe that's not the best way to put it for me because it's not necessarily that I'm wired wrong. It's just I'm wired a little bit differently from others. And, you know, that's not a bad thing. It's really not. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to be autistic. It's just sometimes I feel a little bit different. And sometimes I might not know better necessarily, and I just I'm just different. That's the thing. I'm just different from others. But you could always just say, well, I'm unique in my own way. And I think that's what it comes down to when it comes to being both trans and autistic, which is I'm just unique. I'm just a very unique individual. You don't necessarily have to be the same as everybody else. In fact, you really don't. At first, I kind of let dysphoria kick my ass and just bring me all over the place mentally and emotionally. But even though dysphoria, I still get dysphoria a lot and it still hurts sometimes, I kind of realized a long time ago that it's okay to be different. And I think that's what I tried to get across in my Amethyst Chamber video, saying thank you to her for helping me realize that. And I'm sorry I didn't get to the comment that she left a long time ago, because my channel's been dead for a long time because I've been all over the place mentally and emotionally, and well, that's kind of where I would like to get at it again, is it's okay to be different. So the person who requested this, if you're watching this, just know that there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the way you are. There's nothing wrong with the way you were or will be in the future. You know, it's funny, I guess one case of the two connecting is when I was a little kid, I really wanted to play with Barbie dolls, but I only had boy dolls, you know, ninja stuff, knight stuff, all that stuff. And I was very afraid to tell my parents, hey, can I have a Barbie doll? And I was afraid to talk to anybody about it. You know, I still have not told a lot of people about it, other than my best friend, and I think that's about it. But I plan on telling more people now because I no longer feel as scared to tell anybody about that. Although I still feel scared, but not as much anymore. I wanted the Barbie doll so badly, but I didn't know anything about Barbie. And growing up as someone who was born male, I kind of started acting differently than what was really in my mind. You know, acting like girl stuff was so gross and stuff like that. But then when my parents or my brother weren't watching, I would secretly watch shows like Powerpuff Girls or something like that. And I think it entertained both the transgender side of me and the autistic side of me, because the transgender side of me is like, oh, cool, something girly, you know, something that I feel more connected to. And the autistic side of me, because it's bright, it's colorful, it's really good animation at the time, I guess. You know, stuff like that. So, I'm still not sure how to put the word into words how they are together, because they're very separate things. But I hope this gives you some idea, well, at least until I can figure out more about how to put this into words instead of just giving examples and stories and stuff like that. So until then, this is Remy here saying, don't be afraid to be different. Have a good one.